It's round 5. This is Gretchen Kirchmann for 4theRide.com, and I'm standing next to Jolee Lautaret. Jordan, you are no stranger to being at the National Finals Rodeo. You were here in 2002 through 2004, and you are the voice that's commentating for Pro Rodeo Live. So talk about your experience.
Steve Kenyon and the crew there at Pro Rodeo Live asked me to join last year, and I actually hadn't ever done any radio except for Steve asked me to help one perf at the Dodge, when it was the Dodge National Circuit Finals, still in Pocatello 3 years ago. The last year I qualified to be there, and I went up the perf. I wasn't competing, and just had a blast with him, and so we kind of took a couple years down the road, but he asked me to join up with him last year, and so I got to do it last year, and now I'm back again this year.
So as a barrel racer, you've got some inside information. What kind of preparation does it take for you to get ready for every night?
Well, I'm a little bit lucky because I'm still competing a little bit here and there, so I've gotten to meet most of the girls before we get here. So I already know them a little bit. Makes it easier when we get here. I come down to the first practice that they have on Tuesday morning before the rodeo starts and meet up with the ones that I don't know already and try to grab interviews from everybody just to set things up. And before I even get here, I kind of make sure that I know the horses, and I kind of already know them, but so I know ages and bloodlines and things like that if people, the things that people want to know, and make sure I've got it all straight in my head so when I go on the air I've got my facts in order.
So we're down here working in the media room, and then right before barrel racing you actually go upstairs, and where are you located as you're doing your live broadcast?
We are actually in kind of a little, literally a little basket, and it kind of hangs out over the plaza seats. You go up like you're going to the balcony seats, and then we kind of crawl down a little ladder into our basket, and we're right out over the top of the plaza seats on the second barrel or the left barrel side, and so we've kind of got a pretty good view. It's a little different angle. I'm used to watching barrel racing from ground level, so it's kind of fun. It's challenging.
Okay, so in your opinion, we've had a lot of barrels tipped so far going into 5 go-rounds. We haven't seen a lot of the veterans come down here necessarily and win a go-round, with the exception of Sherry Serby. She's been down here a few times, but whose horse do you think is working best in this pattern?
Well, obviously Stingray is dominating. That's Sherry's great Palomino mare. She's done so well here over the years. She had kind of an off year last year. She had that terrible fall in the 6th go-round and really kind of messed up her, her typical run through the NFR, but she's placed in every go-round, and it's kind of interesting. I know it's early in the week, but it's been, I think, 15 years since a cowgirl actually was able to place in all 10 rounds here. That was Christy Peterson in '97, and so we'll see if Sherry can kind of keep it up, but Stingray is so good in all kinds of setups and all kinds of ground, and I think that's why she excels here. And then obviously, Taylor Jacobs' horse, right off the bat, she had a little trouble with barrels the first couple rounds, just kind of getting her timing down in this short little pin, and he's been spectacular. And, the campaigners like Lisa Lockhart's horse, she hasn't been in the money a lot, which is unusual for her at this point in the rodeo, but really solid, great in that average. Kaylee Bass, his little cowboy, that gray horse is super consistent. We watch him all year long, and it's always in the same tracks around those cans.
How's Latte doing? He came out here with Mary Walker last year, and they won the first, the second, the third go-around. We haven't seen Mary down here. Is Latte struggling?
Latte had an injury back at Albuquerque. He actually fell off the ramp as they were unloading him off the trailer and tore a big chunk out of his hoof, and she really battled that, coming down through the fall. She had him together at Kissimmee. They won the Champions Challenge down there the 1st of October, but then it kind of cropped up again, some more problems for him. And, coming in here, she felt like he was ready. She took him to one event just a couple weeks before to prepare and see where he was at, and thought he was feeling good, but you can kind of see he's kind of a little bit off from where he was a year ago. And of course, such a spectacular year last year. How could you duplicate that? But yeah, he seems to be having a little trouble finding his footing. He's a little more bouncy, it looks like to me, especially kind of into that first barrel, where last year he was so smooth and clean around there, and that's where he was really getting everybody. So hopefully, they'll get their timing. He'll start to find his fitting, and they'll pick up some more checks as the week goes on.
Jolee, thank you so much for your insight into barrel racing. This is Gretchen Kirchmann for 4theRide.com.